Welcome to episode 1 of Creating My Dream Life. My name is Alex Romo, and I'm going to start putting a daily YouTube video up. No fancy editing, just me talking and sharing what I'm learning in pursuit of the good life and how that can apply to those of you out there who maybe relate to me in some way and have similar goals. So the 20-second background on me, if you're just getting to this channel, is that I'm a professional golfer. I'm passionate about health and wellness, mindfulness, self-actualization, spirituality, meditation. It might seem like it's all these random things, but really, I'm just a life guy. And it's through the lens of golf. So I got into the self-improvement world because I realized I had room to improve as a golfer, and it was my mind that was leaking oil, not my physical talent or skill set. I felt like I was similarly, practiced and able to hit the same shots as the best golfers in the world, but my results didn't show that. And so that left me seeking answers. And so about 5-6 years ago, I got into the self-improvement world. I've always been obsessed with exercise and physical fitness, but more recently have dove in deeper into the mental health world. And as I'm on this journey, as I'm troubleshooting my own life path, in pursuit of goals, encountering obstacles and problems along the way, seeking out information and education through YouTube videos, courses, podcasts, books, conversations in the real world, workshops, meditation retreats, all these different things that I'm doing, working with golf coaches, trainers, personal trainers. I'm publicly documenting and sharing the successes and the failures. And I hope that over time, I've got enough thousands of videos and email newsletters that it basically becomes a school, an online school of Alex Romo. And it's not necessarily some groundbreaking novel new thing, but it's, said in my way. Maybe I'm saying the same thing that 12,000 other people have said about the fundamentals of fitness and the fundamentals of meditation and golf practice. But my hope is that me saying it in my unique way and connecting dots between different arenas that maybe others haven't connected because of my unique view on the world as a pro golfer. I'm doing things through the lens of golf. Maybe I'm able to connect some dots in a way that's relatable for some of you. And over time, I have a valuable catalog of information mixed with my own life experience of applying this information to get results that I hope some of you have similar goals and want to achieve similar results, and I can be like a knowledge distiller and a knowledge synthesizer, a holistic knowledge synthesizer, and share all these different things I've experimented with in a step-by-step way for you to either get better at golf, get in better shape, work on your health, work on your relationships, all the different things that over time these videos will be about. So if anyone is still here and hasn't just been like, dude, what the hell is this guy talking about? I'm out. Let's get into the video. Each day I'm going to just share what I'm learning, what's top of mind. I'm basically going to start treating YouTube as like a thought journal, like a diary. But instead of doing it on paper, I'm just going to do it vocally. And my hope is that over time it starts to have a little bit more cohesion. You start to understand the direction I'm headed in life and the things I'm interested in and my particular tone of voice, and you can decide whether or not it resonates with you. Because I know from my experience, there's certain people on YouTube that I could listen to talk about whatever for as long as they want. I just like them as people that much, and we have similar enough interests that I almost just enjoy. The longer the video, the better, because it's like I'm hanging out with a positive influence and I'm learning about the things they're experimenting with in their life. And so if I want to be somebody like that for some of you out there, got to start somewhere. So it'll be hilarious to look back in 3 years, hopefully after having made 1,000 YouTube videos, to be like, wow, that first video really sucked. You were all over the place. But today I just went to a men's mindset forum. Once a month on Sunday mornings, I go to a local gym, and it's a men's only group on Sundays where we just talk about men's health and mental health, physical health, success, business, entrepreneurship. It's just a brotherhood where we try to support each other and chop it up. And so I'm in a bit of a talkative mood. I heard a lot from the guys and I shared a lot, and I thought, you know, perfect. Let's turn on that camera and make YouTube video number 1 from this Creating My Dream Life series. And I called it that because it will encompass all of the things I'm doing in my pursuit of the good life and trying to create my dream life. And so we talked about success today, and we all defined what success means to us. And the general sentiment was that it's a little bit different for everyone. And I'll give you this preface that it's middle-aged guys for the most part, 50 to 60, and then I believe there's 2 guys in their mid-30s, and I'm 31 for context. So I think typically as people age and mature, their definition of success probably changes, right? I think you could ask a lot of 15-year-olds and they would probably say it's, well, I want a house, I want this nice car, I want this much money, I want to go on a lot of vacations, I want to have status. Now in 2023, kids probably say they want to have a lot of followers. Followers equates to status in our current world, probably more than anything else, right? And then I think as you grow, maybe you have achieved some of those things. And I think it's not to say that having a house or having a sick car makes you unhappy. I think there's a lot of happy people that also have a lot of material possession and success, but there's also a lot that don't, right? There's a lot of people that probably get their priorities clouded, and maybe they attain these things at the expense of relationships with their family or with their friends, or maybe they lose a bit of themselves and get into the wrong crowd as they start to make more money. And so it was an interesting cross section of opinions on this, with myself being the youngest guy in the group. I listened and learned a lot, but it's been top of mind for me lately because I have been achieving more outward success in the world the last couple years. It's been trending, but especially the last couple months. Again, if you don't know me at all, then sorry if this doesn't all tie together, but just stay tuned, and after a couple videos you'll start to understand more of who I am. But I've been documenting my whole life really for 7 or 8 years, and it started through the lens of golf. Like, oh, I'm going to document my progression on these mini tours in my pursuit of the PGA Tour, and it'll be a really cool story to watch over the years that I did everything I said I was going to do, and now I'm this household name on the PGA Tour. But you can rewind the tape 7 years and watch where I started fresh out of college playing the Dakotas Tour. And so that was kind of how I started, and now it's evolved into much more than that. I also represent physical fitness, mental health, and spirituality, and business and entrepreneurship. There's all kinds of things I talk about and have built a personal brand about. And as that's developed, especially this year, it's opened up a lot of doors for me. Right now I have proximity to a lot of high status people, and I'm partnered with a lot of household name brands, and I have followers, and I get millions of views. And it's not to brag, but just to say that to the outside person looking in, that's success, right? I'm doing it. I'm accumulating things, and I'm accumulating status, and I'm accumulating money, and I'm accumulating high profile relationships. And it's like, oh, well, you're really successful, right? And at the same time, it's created a lot of chaos and inner turmoil and a lack of peace, because I'm around, everyone's smiling, right? A lot of yes men, a lot of people telling me, you're doing great. Oh, I saw you in this post. That person commented, and oh, this person reposted you. I saw you at this event. Oh, you were at this brand. That trip you were just on looks so sick. Oh man, you must be making so much money, right? Oh damn, I saw that this girl just hit you up. That's crazy. Like, she's bad. It's just like, okay, you look high status and cool to who? To user 24567 on TikTok, and to Joe 29, lacrosse on YouTube. Like, these are the people telling you that you're so successful, and these are the people like coming up to you at events asking for pictures and telling you that they rock. These people don't know you. These people don't care about you. You're just the next buzzing topic. It's just like the rap industry. Or I have a lot of empathy for musicians and anyone in the entertainment industry, because I'm seeing very quickly that for the most part, it's a very fake, transactional, posturing industry. It's like, who's hot right now? Let's get them here. Let's affiliate with them because it looks good for us. Everyone is acting in their own best interest, right? And it can be very tough as a people pleasing person and as a yes man, very opportunistic person, and as a um, just having a normal human survivalistic need to be liked, right? Because what's the opposite? If you're not liked by anyone, you're the outcast. And in the old days, that would probably mean you would die if you were, cast out from your tribe, left to fend for yourself because nobody liked you and you couldn't have social relationships with the people in your tribe. You'd have to fend for yourself and probably get eaten by lions. So fast forward however many thousands of years to our current world, we don't have those threats anymore, but we still have our DNA and our genes tell us that we need relationships and we need to be a part of a tribe to survive. And that means we need to be liked. That means we need to be accepted and brought into a community bigger than ourselves. And so it's not even a bad thing to want to be liked. It's not a bad thing to want to accumulate status and wealth. It's not a bad thing to want followers and likes and engagement and to smile and shake hands with people. It's like we don't need to demonize these things, but as I'm growing and reflecting, developing more self-awareness, I'm realizing just how much it can get the waters can get murky and the direction I'm trying to go can get kind of clouded when more of that is put in front of my face as it has been recently. Much more um, people I don't know and don't know if they have the my best interest in mind, but they're smiling in my face and they're offering me something, or even other worse is like they're asking me for something, but even that makes you feel kind of valuable, right? You're like, oh yeah, I have access to this thing. Like, sure, I could get you this for free, or like I got a connection on this, or I could connect you with this person, but without even stopping to ask, like, wait a second, these people do not care about you. They're just using you. You're just a stepping stone to something that they want. You got to have a little bit more self-respect than that and not say yes to everybody. Try to have a little bit more discernment about who deserves to have your time and attention and be in your life and who doesn't. And sorry if this is a little ranty or challenging to understand where I'm going with this. I'll get much better with time. I think that this daily practice of trying to sit here and record a long form, thought dump for YouTube, there'll be patterns and themes over time, and I'll get better at framing things for you guys rather than just blabbing about my own life. I'll learn how to make it more of a cohesive message for somebody following to get something of value out of this. So bear with me. I'm not perfect, but my point in all of this is saying, back to the success topic, I've been accumulating a lot more success outwardly, and it's been making my life very hard to navigate and decide who should be led into the circle and who shouldn't. And with all of this, new people coming in, I've also lost the majority of older friends that I had. I think part of that's just like the natural cycle of life. If if you're growing and evolving, you will outgrow certain people, or they will outgrow you, or you will just hit a fork in the road and go different directions. Some people get married and don't have the time anymore once they've got a family and kids to be a bro with you anymore, and it's fine. There's all these different reasons why people grow apart, but my point is that my circle has gotten smaller and smaller. People I trust has gotten smaller and smaller, and then mix that with all kinds of new people and shiny packages on the outside, like, oh man, this guy has this many million followers, that's so sick that he wants to be around me, and then this brand, and it's like, just been trying to take a step back lately and realize before I'm even fully there, millionaire living in Dubai, the fast car, just bought a Rolex, and I'm in the billionaire boys club. Before that's even my reality, I can already see the path, the few steps leading up to it, and I can see that it's probably a facade for the most part. And true success is, in my definition, being able to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, where I want to do it, and with who I want to do this. And that doesn't mean I want to like watch TV all day, every day, eating potato chips with my high school friends. I actively pursue a pretty hard life, right? I believe in stoicism and self-discipline and rigorous exercise, and I believe in pushing my limits every single day and preparing for inevitable hardship that's going to come in life that we have no control over, right? People dying and natural disasters, and it's a crazy world out there. So I believe in trying to take personal responsibility and accountability for hardening yourself and preparing yourself as much as possible willingly when you do have free will and choice to do it, so that you're not somebody that gets blindsided when hard things come in life. And I just believe that the taller I stand and the more of a complete, well-rounded, holistic, strong man I am, the more I can transmute that to other young men and just people in the world in general. Doesn't have to be a young man, but I think that that's a subset of the population that needs the most help right now, because I am also a young man and I also desperately need role models and people to look up to and people to emulate doing something positive in the world, because we all know how much shit is out there that's not that's pulling at us, right? Distraction, temptation. It's a hard world to navigate, and we all need leaders to follow. So I'm trying to be one of them too for my own little community and tribe. And I think it's easier to do that authentically if it's impossible not to. If you don't have the thing you're trying to transmute to others, then you can't give it to them. You have to take care of yourself first. You have to be healthy and whole first, before you can try to give that to somebody else that doesn't have it and wants it. So I try to be about what I talk about, and I want to basically be able to continue living this life where I set goals in all the arenas in life that I have put value on. So for me, it's golf is, you could call it a hobby, but it's something that gets the best out of me. It gives me a reason to try to sharpen my toolkit physically, mentally, spiritually, and practice a very challenging skill that you'll never master. So it's just this constant evolution of trying and failing and learning and getting better. And it's a very positive thing. It's outdoors and it puts me around very good people in general. Most golfers are good people in my experience, and work hard and have good values and character and integrity, and it's people I want to be around and do business with, etc. And so there's reasons for the golf goals, and then I have fitness goals, because without exercise daily, my world crumbles. And I know there are some anomalies in the world that are very successful seemingly and don't work out, but I'd rather not try to be an anomaly and just stick to the books, which it's scientifically proven you're going to be a happier, healthier, and have more longevity as a human being if you exercise daily. So I have goals within fitness. I'm actually going to be doing a bodybuilding show this summer, which would be really exciting and fun. I've never done anything like that, and probably going to get my ass handed to me, but it'll be a fun challenge and a humbling experience to try to take my fitness to a new level and hopefully inspire some others along the way. I've got wealth goals, I've got relationship goals, personal brand goals, blah, 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 all these goals. And I think that success for me is creating a life for myself where I can devote all of my time to pursuing these goals, which bring the best out of me, which in turn allow me to be of the most value and service to my friends, my family, my community, and globally with the power of the internet, and continue letting those have a symbiotic relationship where I set a goal, I need to learn new things to go pursue that goal. Let's give this like a concrete example. Bodybuilding, for example. I'm going to do a bodybuilding show this summer. Well, I know how to work out, but I don't know all the details of getting to that super low body fat percentage and developing the right proportion of muscles in the right places that the judges are going to see favorably. I'm not fully aware of how to diet properly. So there's things I need to learn, right? So in the modern age, I don't necessarily need to go to school and get a kinesiology degree for this or a personal training certificate. I can learn on YouTube. I can find my favorite fitness YouTuber or the Andrew Huberman podcast, which is very science-based, or I can sign up for a course, maybe find a fitness influencer that has competed and won in a bodybuilding show and has the physique and the same frame as me that I think is attainable for me. So I can take his course and or work with him one-on-one as a coach. So got a goal. There's a gap between where I am and who I need to be to achieve that goal. Find somebody that's already done it and learn from them, right? Because now in the modern age, most people are doing the same thing. They're achieving things and then they're trying to package it up into a step-by-step guide or an ebook or a video series or coaching calls. They're trying to give that information, knowledge, and a simpler process to achieve their goals. They're trying to give it out and also monetize and have a business for themselves. So I can go take those courses, and as I'm on this journey, I can do it publicly rather than privately for the benefit of others and also for the benefit of myself. It makes me feel more accountable, knowing that I've shared this goal publicly and people are watching and either rooting for me or praying on my downfall, a little bit of both of which can be transmuted into positive energy and life force for me to pursue this thing. So I can go on this journey, share it publicly, share what I'm doing to achieve it. Like, yo, I just signed up for this fitness influencers course and it was very helpful for me. You guys, if you have a similar goal, might want to try it as well. Like, I got a lot of value out of spending $99 on this program and doing these workouts and eating these foods. Talk about it, and as you guys watch me go from point A to B to C, eventually step on stage, regardless of the result, as long as I made some amount of progress, then me documenting that journey provided value to you guys. Maybe you can take the same course, or maybe over time, I combine things that I learned from 3 different courses over the course of 3 years and doing 5 different bodybuilding shows. And now I've become a legitimate bodybuilder, and I package and distill all that information plus my personal experience over the years into something valuable for you guys. And now I'm contributing to human evolution as a whole, helping solve problems, helping people achieve goals in a quicker, more efficient, cheaper, less painful and suffering way. And that's great. That to me makes my life meaningful and valuable. And over time, if you start to build a database of doing this in all of these different arenas, um, I think that makes life pretty fun and exciting. And so success to me is being able to live life on my terms and pursuing my own goals rather than being a workhorse for somebody else pursuing their goals, like a boss or something like that. And I think that having awareness of where I'm trying to go, this is now my defense and my shield against the pitfalls of starting to earn more money, starting to accumulate more status, bigger social circle and network and brand partnerships, all these different things that are not inherently bad or evil by any means, but without a really clear North Star vision of where you're going and a loud inner voice, inner guidance, gut intuition of who you are and which opportunities align with you and which ones don't, which, by the way, in my limited experience, I think most of them don't. I think almost everything is a no. Once you start becoming clearer on where you're trying to go, you realize that 99% of stuff out there is just distraction, practice, packaged up in a pretty package with a shiny wrapping paper and bow on top of people just wasting your time, wasting your energy, wasting your money and effort. And these are all things that we can't get back. Time and energy is our most valuable asset. So spend your attention wisely, have discernment on who and what opportunities do and don't fit with where you're trying to go. And especially in the early stages, I don't think you need a lot of people. I think you need less. You need less goals and less inputs, and just lock in on a couple voices that really resonate with you, whether that's in the real world or, again, a big fan of the internet, big internet guy here. I think that you can solve most of your own problems on YouTube and podcasts and Google by finding courses and finding people with voices that resonate with you, talking about a topic you're interested in. And don't knock until you try it, I guess. Might not be for everyone, but this is how I prefer to learn nowadays. And so anyway, I think that's about all you need, is just a couple people promoting a message that relates to goals that you have. And at first, kind of just try to, you don't need to be rude or mean about it, but just focus on yourself, right? If you're not where you want to be in life, and maybe you're confused about what success is, or you're confused about how to achieve certain goals that you have, then just kind of like close some things out for a little bit, hone in on your own inner voice, spend some more time alone. And I promise, it doesn't take more than a month of starting to unfollow the Kardashians and all the famous people you're trying to keep up with and watching the news and watching Netflix. If you start closing that stuff out for a month and start infusing a couple positive accounts, people talking about health, people talking about wealth, people talking about relationships, people talking about doing something positive with their lives that relates to you and your goals. Start infusing some of that. The algorithms will work in your favor on social media and YouTube and start serving you more people like those videos. If you start following these accounts and liking their videos and commenting on them and engaging with them, it doesn't take more than 2 days before your phone figures out, oh, this is what he's going this route now. Let's serve him more self-improvement content. Before long, you've got this awesome web of information coming at you rather than distraction coming at you. And it just, from there, it takes time. Volume times time is how you achieve anything and become great at anything. Do a large volume of reps of either studying this stuff or going to workshops and then applying it to your own life. Volume times time. Do it over a long period of time, and I guarantee you can do anything you set your mind to, achieve any goal you have. So, not quite sure how we got here. Looks like I've been talking for about 25 minutes and somehow have gone from explaining who I am to thought dump mode to a rant about success, and now I feel like I'm in motivational speaker mode, being like, "Yeah, do anything you set your mind to." So it's just funny. The mind of Alex Romo is moving 100 miles an hour this morning. But I guess I'll close it at that for now, since I want to basically just do this every day, start challenging myself to try to share some constructive message. Maybe sometimes it won't really seem very connected or mean very much, but just start forcing myself to try to flow stream of consciousness out loud, mostly again just for myself, but allow you guys to listen as well. And then over time, we'll start to refine this, and I'll start to have much more poignant messages. Share some research or some other information with you guys rather than just my own thought constructs, and start developing this into more of an Alex Romo education platform catalog on YouTube and my other social media platforms. And over time, start doing some course offerings and things like that. If any of this hits for you, the best way to get in touch with me is on Instagram, Alex Romo Golf. Send me a DM there, and I'm going to start offering coaching calls related to pretty much anything that I have experience with: golf, fitness, mental health, business, social media, building a personal brand. You can ask me questions about any of that stuff. And if I don't know how to help, I'll let you know. I definitely won't just take your money and try to bullshit my way through it. I'll only help you guys with things that I myself have already crossed the bridge on and achieved whatever the thing is you're trying to achieve. So that's enough for now. Thanks for anyone who's still watching. If you are still watching, please leave a like. If you like the video, of course, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave a comment with it's the handshake emoji, the one where it's like two guys shaking hands. Put that in the comments, which lets me know that you actually watched this entire video, and I'll be sure to get back to all you guys. So, peace.